All right, now Delhi High Court issues a notice to Yasin Malik. Notice has been issued to Yasin Malik on the NIA's plea seeking death sentence. Notice to be served through Tihar Jail Authority. Yasin Malik, the NIA now pushing for death sentence for Yasin Malik. As we see the Delhi court all set to issue a notice to Yasin Malik. Notice has been issued to Yasin on the NIA's plea itself, seeking death penalty, a death sentence for him. Notice to be served through Tihar Jail Authority. The latest update coming in on the Yasin Malik case, as allegations that he's been involved in several cases of murder and disrupting peace. And here Yasin Malik, proper statement, a notice itself will be going out to him by the Delhi High Court based on the NIA's plea or NIA's appeal seeking death sentence. Anisha Mathur joining us for more. Anisha, tell us more. Delhi High Court issuing a notice to Yasin Malik. What does the notice really contain?
Well, Nabila, the NIA has approached the Delhi High Court seeking death penalty for Yasin Malik in the larger conspiracy case arising out of the investigation done by the NIA into terror funding and repeated terror attacks in Kashmir and in India. Now, Yasin Malik, being the JKLF chief, had been given life imprisonment by the trial court because the trial court said that this is not a rarest of the rare case, and which is why the NIA has come now to the Delhi High Court saying that he is a terrorist, that he has in fact pleaded guilty two offences, including Section 121 of the IPC, which is of waging war against the country. He's also pleaded guilty to offences under Section 15 of the UAPA, which is also of participation in a terrorist activity, terror funding, etc. What is important to note, however, Nabila, is that on the 9th of August, which is the next date of hearing, Yasin Malik will have to be present in the Delhi High Court in response to the NIA's petition. Notice in this particular situation means that the Yasin Malik now gets a chance to give his side of the arguments as far as the death penalty plea is concerned. Now, NIA in their petition and in the arguments before the bench of Justices Siddharth Mridul and Talwant Singh has said that Yasin Malik has been involved in repeated terror activities since the 1980s, that in 1989 he had crossed over to Pakistan, gotten weapons training. He was responsible for a lot of violence in the 1990s, including the killing of 4 Air Force personnel in Rawalpura in Kashmir in 1994. He was also responsible for the kidnapping of Rubaiya Saeed, the daughter of the then Home Minister, which resulted in the release of 4 dreaded terrorists who then went on to mastermind the 26/11 attacks on India. Further, the court has been informed by the NIA that there are several other charges against Yasin Malik, including encouraging terrorist activities, encouraging secession from India, including encouragement of stone pelting. Now, what the NIA said, and I'm reading from their application, that an act of terrorism, waging war against the state with the help of foreign terrorist organizations and having interest inimical to India per se falls into a rarest of the rare case, and therefore instead of giving just a life imprisonment, he should have been given death penalty by the trial court itself. Now remember, the trial court, the NIA Special Court in May 2022 had declined to give death penalty, saying that this is not a rarest of the rare case. But the Solicitor General of India, Tushar Mehta, in his arguments today has repeatedly been saying that if terrorist activities of this scale are not rarest of the rare, then what else will count in that particular categorization? Because remember, under Indian law, death penalty is not given except for in what counts as rarest of the rare cases. What is also important is that the Solicitor General and the NIA have argued that not giving capital punishment in a case like this to a dreaded terrorist would lead to miscarriage of justice. That in fact Solicitor General repeatedly argued that if since the trial court had given life imprisonment instead of death penalty on the ground that Yasin Malik had in fact pleaded guilty and accepted his crime, therefore giving such kind of a lenient punishment instead of capital punishment would let other dreaded terrorists also escape death penalty by simply pleading guilty, staying in jail, and then by waiting for somebody else to rescue them, either politically or by doing the same kind of kidnapping or violence that was done in the Rubaiya Syed case. So effectively the NIA is saying that if Yasin Malik continues to remain in jail instead of hanging, there would be further trouble in the country. Back to you.
All right, well, that said, we're seeing the Hurriyat conference claiming that this is unjust and not right for the NIA to ask for capital punishment on Yasin Malik, but ultimately the decision now in the hands of the court. Thank you very much, Anisha, for joining us on that. As the news here tightens around the Kashmiri separatist Yasin Malik, NIA's appeal before the Delhi High Court seeking death penalty for Yasin Malik in Jammu and Kashmir's terror funding case. NIA in court has mentioned Yasin was the catalyst of deadly 26/11 attacks. His hand behind the coordinated stone pelting in Jammu and Kashmir as well. NIA in court has listed out Yasin's involvement in Air Force officials' killing as well. Yasin has been convicted of indulging in acts of terror, raising funds for terror activities as well. He was convicted after pleading guilty to charges related to terror funding, spreading terrorism and secessionist activities in Kashmir in 2017. Meanwhile, backing Yasin Malik, PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti has said that the case must be reviewed and reconsidered since even assassins of the Prime Minister were pardoned.